Who is the ideal candidate for this kind of franchise? Can it work for someone with a W-2?
Yeah, this definitely can work with a W-2. I think this is another example of a great gateway business because you don't need a bunch of employees. There's no brick and mortar location. I think real estate agents, insurance agents, people with W-2 jobs that don't mind talking to people, and this is a really simple business. As long as you go out and do the work, you can be successful in this type of business.
Welcome back to the Investor Financing Podcast, where we explore real business ownership opportunities that don't require a massive staff or complex operations. Today, we're talking about a unique franchise opportunity that's gaining serious momentum: digital billboards. Imagine owning a business that helps local businesses grow their brand without you having to manage a big team, lease office space, or hire a bunch of employees. Beau Eckstein is here to break down why this is one of the most exciting business models for 2025 and how you can get in on it. Hey Beau, you're hosting an event about digital billboard businesses. What exactly is this model and how does it work?
So have you ever been at a store, a nail salon, getting your hair cut? Well, I don't get my hair cut, but if I did, I'd be in and there's this TV, right? And the TV has different advertisements on it. That's essentially this business model. And why I like this business is because once you put out your screens, right, you're going to have like an objective in your territory to get 40 screens out there. And so you're putting these TVs in venues for no cost to the owner of that business. And in addition to that, you're giving them free advertisement space. So that's why they want to do it, right? They want their business advertised on 5 or 10 different TVs across or billboards across the market. You then build relationships with people that want to advertise, real estate agents, other restaurants, places to get your hair cut, you name it, right? We create these digital ads, or the business model, the franchisor creates ads. You can use your phone, QR codes, different incentives to drive traffic so it's trackable, right? Because you want to know, hey, if I'm advertising on your platform and I'm on 20 screens across this market, so somewhere around $400 or $500 per month per advertiser. So if you do the math, you can look at it. So once they're on the system and you service them well, you want to keep them from churning, right? So as long as they're getting results to their business, so it's a very sticky business. Meaning, if I'm advertising and paying $500 a month for, let's just say I'm a real estate agent, and I start getting calls and listings and buyers, heck, that's a good deal because I sell one house here, I'm making 15 or 20 grand. There's definitely got to be an ROI if somebody's investing in it. But essentially, the name of the game is to get in great venues and then get advertisers and then keep doing that and then add more screens. So the more screens you have out in the market in your territory, so 20 screens times $500 or whatever that number is, it'll be different. You can price it at however you want, but you can definitely validate with other owners that are doing this in their market. So the idea would be to get 50 or 60 screens out over as you develop the territory out. And then it's not over yet, because the other really nice thing is that the corporate office also has upsells. So as you're talking to the venues that you're putting your screens in, well, hey, you get to know them. They like what you're doing. They might need some more advertisements. They see that their ads are working. Well, Jim, did you know, by the way, we can help you with your video marketing or your Google business listing, and we can drive traffic this. So the corporate's done there. So there's additional revenue streams with this business model. So this is a business model that you can do while owning a W-2. And if you build it right, you can make consistent cash flow. And I like this business model for the fact. So really getting your screens out quickly into these venues, into good venues, and then getting your advertisers. You probably, like me, I'm not handy. I would hire a handyman to obviously go and install the TV at the venue. Or you could have the venue themselves pay for it. Depends, franchise. But I think this business model, although it's not like it's not a typical business model that you see a lot. It really sticks out. And what I see why I think this, who will be attracted to this? Many different people, but I think a lot of people in like real estate, in different sales, like insurance agents. This is a great bolt-on business. Like for me, I was just thinking this is a great business for me. I could have ads running about, hey, you need business financing, interested in buying a business, right? So I'm now getting leads from the other business I own. So I actually thought about that from that standpoint. So I think there's a lot of different avatars that this could be a good business model. It's a business model that you can spend once you get the TVs out and the advertisers. It's really just servicing those accounts. So I think from a time standpoint, there's a lot of upside for that.
What makes this different from running a traditional marketing agency or owning physical billboard space?
I mean, this is pretty simple. It's you get a 50-inch television. There's two brands that they use. You link them up to the internet. We have I guess it's a special modem that goes in that they could digitally zap the ads in, and then the ad placements and everything between your 30 or 40 screens. So you don't need brick or mortar location. Your overhead is pretty minimal, right? You have your cost is your TV screens. So I think that's just a big difference. It's like you can invest in one territory. I think the fee is about $35,000 for one territory. If you buy multiple territories, but then you have your working capital and your costs for the televisions, right? There's not a lot to this business as far as monthly overhead. The franchise, there is a franchise fee per modem. They don't charge royalties, but every modem, I think it's about $75. So it ends up being, if you have 20, I think I did 20 screens out, it was something about $2,000 a month. That's where they make their money ongoing. There's a gentleman in this business. I haven't spoken to him, but I think he's got like 60 or 70 out, and he does fairly well. So it's just it's a simplistic business that if you're okay talking to people it's a non-salesy thing, and you can quickly get your TVs out in good venues and then work the advertising component of it. I think it's a fantastic business model.
Who is the ideal candidate for this kind of franchise? Can it work for someone with a W-2?
Yeah, this definitely can work with a W-2. I think this is another example of a great gateway business because you don't need a bunch of employees. There's no brick or mortar location. I think real estate agents, insurance agents, people with W-2 jobs that don't mind talking to people, and this is a really simple business. As long as you go out and do the work, you can be successful in this type of business. So I like it for that many reasons. Like, I don't want a bunch of employees. I want recurring revenue. I want low overhead, low startup costs, and I want ongoing advantages. And so anybody, and that's why I think off the top of my head, these real estate agents and insurance agents, they're the type of people that are always wanting to get their branding out there. So they're going to be great advertisers on the platform. But I also think they would be great owners of this type of business as well. And right, real estate is very cyclical. Good economy, you're selling a lot of houses. Right now, low transactions, uncertainty in the market. So that's why you want to have multiple income streams. And this happens to be one that I think is a great gateway business.
You mentioned something about $35,000 per territory. What other kind of investments are we, funds are going to have to come up with? And can buyers use SBA financing?
I'm actually working with them to get them on the SBA directory. I hope they do, because then we can just imagine this. You got 35,000, maybe you end up, because now you can get financing. You do 2 or 3 territories, because the bigger the territory, the more screens you get out, probably the better it's going to be for you. But they're not on the directory as of yet, but hopefully soon. So there's alternative financing on something like this, but I'm hoping within the next month or 2 that they get on the directory. And then let's just say you do 2 territories. I'm making the number up because it's not in front of me, but it's $50,000. We build in another $25,000 of working capital because you need TVs and a few other things, right? So your total project cost is, let's just call it $80,000. We get you into this franchise potentially for $8,000 out of pocket. So, yeah.
Wow.
Right now, you got to stroke a check for 35 if you're doing one territory. But a lot of people are resourceful. They can get a gift, or they can go get a line of credit. Like, I have I have lines of credit personally that I could go use that. That's what I would do if I invested it. Just line of credit. Or some people have 50 grand, 100 grand laying around. This might be a better way to park that money into a business that you can grow into a nice recurring revenue stream with a lot of potential.
All right, great. If you're looking for a business that's low overhead, easy to run, and positioned at the intersection of local branding and digital media, this could be your next move. Join Beau's upcoming info session on digital billboard franchises. Grab a seat at beaueckstein.com/events or head to bookwithbeau.com to talk about your goals directly.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Beau.
If you're looking to acquire a business, stop scrolling on Biz Buy Sell and visit franchiseresellelistings.com. We'll do a customized search. You can get on our weekly distribution where we're sending new inventory weekly to your inbox. So visit franchiseresellelistings.com and opt in today. See you there.
Hey guys, Beau Eckstein here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.